This is the 3ND episode of God's Chosen podcast. In this episode, I am going to share my thoughts on manifestation, how to know when you are close. This is a subject I will dive deeper on in the future.
What up, Chosen One? How y'all doing this evening? It's me, GodsChosen. And tonight, I just want to talk about manifestation. You know, we all try to manifest various things in our lives, whether it be money, whether it be health, love, various things that we feel like we want, right? So I'm going to talk a little bit about my manifestation journey, right? It's been pretty wild. So the thing about manifestation is you know when it's working. When it's working, it's like it feels like everything is about to fall apart. You're right there. You're right there. When it feels like it's not working, when it feels like everything feels out of balance and crazy, and it just feels like you want to give up, that's when you're right there. That's actually when you should persist and keep going. Because you're pretty much 3 feet away from gold, like Napoleon Hill would like to say. Don't stop digging when you're only 3 feet away from gold. You've done all the work. You've used all your tools. You're right there. You're on the cusp of achieving your manifestation. Don't give up, because you're very, very close. You got to push through that final test. That's the universe trying to see if you really want it. You're right there. Keep going. Like for me, wow, I have like super big ambitions, super big dreams. You know, I don't speak about them because you never know who wants you to succeed and who wants you to fail. So I don't really speak about the really big things that I'm trying to manifest. I keep it hush. I don't tell anybody. And you shouldn't either. You shouldn't tell anybody. Because even though someone may be close to you, could be friend, could be family, could be anybody you trust, and it doesn't matter what the relationship is. You just never want to share what you're doing, because someone may think, oh, this is bigger than anything I've ever imagined, anything that I've ever thought of, and I don't want them to get that. And even if they don't say it verbally, it could be just in a look. It could be in a thought, right? And that one thought can crush your manifestation. And if it doesn't crush it, it may delay it considerably. All right? So it's never good to share what you're manifesting or what you're trying to manifest with anyone. Keep it on the low, R. Kelly style. Don't share it. All right. But yeah, I've been trying to manifest some big things. And, you know, for me, it was wild. I was like, my world was falling apart. I didn't feel like I was close. I didn't feel like I just felt like, man, this is crazy. This feels so chaotic right now. You know what I mean? And it was like the turbulence, you know, on an airplane before things get smooth again. You know what I mean? You hit some turbulence, and that's you like, oh my gosh, what's going on? This don't feel right. I feel crazy. I don't feel like myself. And you're right. You won't feel like yourself because you're actually changing, and you're actually moving into the person that you want to be, a person that aligns with the things you're trying to manifest. So as you're going through the journey, you're going to feel all sorts of things. You're going to feel out of sorts. It's going to feel crazy. It's just not going to be balanced until you actually shift into the person you want to be, and that person that's aligned with the goals and the things you are trying to manifest. So if by any chance you are in that stage, keep going. Don't stop. You're right there. You know what I mean? And the cool thing for me is once I understood that and once I felt that, okay, now I know what it is. And the bigger your manifestation, it's probably going to hit you differently. All right. It's going to hit you harder. It's going to feel more chaotic. It's going to feel more out of sorts. It's going to be bananas. You're going to be like, OMG, what's going on? But once you transition and you make that shift and you actually step into the person that has all these things that you desire, you're going to be ecstatic. You're going to be so happy. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, it was totally worth it. I almost quit. Can you imagine that you're right there and you quit and you don't even get to experience what you've put all that time and effort into? Like, that's wild. That's wild. Who wants to be that person who quit like right when they were on the precipice of achieving their goal? Not me. I try to keep it moving, you know? And while we talk about manifestation, you know, I feel like I'm hoping as a whole, I would hope that people out there are trying to manifest good things for themselves. You know what I mean? Instead of trying to manifest things that may not be of the highest character or moral standard, right? You want to manifest things that are good. Because remember, whatever you put out there is going to come back to you. So if you're manifesting hate or you're manifesting something negative towards yourself, which is crazy, so I don't think anyone would do that. But I think we do it unconsciously sometimes when we have negative thoughts and we don't let go of them and we don't clear them, right? Always clear those thoughts. Get rid of them. Kick them out. They don't belong. But, and you know, while I'm speaking about that real quick, it's like, you know, today was one of those days where I had a barrage of negative thoughts. And I'm like, where is this coming from? Where are these thoughts coming from? This is not me. Why am I thinking all these negative thoughts? You know? And it's possible that I am in a stage or was in a stage where I was moving to another level, stepping into the person I want to be in my current manifestations, because it's at that time where you'll get hit with so much stuff that's against what you want, that it basically tries to convince you to not move forward and not succeed with what you're trying to achieve. So I think I just actually went through that today. I think today was a day where I shifted into another level and achieved a milestone in regards to my manifestations. We're going to see here real soon. All right. So yeah, as far as manifesting, keep it on the positive side. You don't want to put anything out there trying to manifest negative for somebody, which is, again, crazy. Like, why? Why don't you focus on yourself and try to manifest positive things for yourself? You know, if you're in a low vibration, of course you can't manifest nothing. You can't manifest anything that you want. So it would behoove you to get out of the low vibration and put yourself in a place where you can actually manifest things on your own. Like, you don't necessarily need anybody else, or you shouldn't need anybody else to manifest your dreams, your goals, especially if you're moving up or building up to a higher vibration. You know, that's the whole point of this game. We don't want to get stuck in low vibrational energy, because that holds you back and it prevents you from having the things that you want. And sometimes when you're in a low vibrational state and you don't know anything else, that's all you've known for so long, you don't even understand. You probably don't even understand energy like that, right? You probably don't even know why everything's not working out for you. You probably don't even know why everything is falling apart, and you may not even know how to change it, you know? So stay out of lower energies. And the crazy part, when you're in the lower energies, you get things that can attach to you. You get spirits that can attach to you because you're in these lower energies. So basically they try to keep you there. They try to keep you in these lower energies. So as you're in these lower energies, you're like a magnet for different types of spirits that feed on these lower energies. And that may cause you to do things that you may not normally do because you're in these lower energies. You're stuck in these lower energies, right? So keep that in mind, and never quit on whatever it is you're trying to manifest, especially if it's something positive. Nah, because you had that goal or that thought for a reason, and more than likely it has to do with your soul's purpose. It has to do with something you were put here to do, because these things are not just random. They're not coincidence that you think certain thoughts or you feel like you should be in a certain position in life. They're not random thoughts. These are things that you more than likely have agreed to before you came here on what your life was going to look like. You know, who you were going to be with, things like that. What type of impact that you were going to have on the world. Some of us take longer to wake up than others, but eventually, hopefully, you wake up, and once you get up, now you know what's going on, you get on the right path, and you try to do the best you can and remember why you came, remember why you're here, and try to figure out, okay, this is why I'm here, this is my mission. Let me get back on course, because I've been off course, playing with people that I shouldn't be playing with, people that were keeping me off course, you know. And it's just like really empowering. It's really cool to when you start seeing life in a different way, and it's so much different than what you thought it was, and you can achieve so much more than you even thought or imagined. It's cool. It's real cool. You know, I've experienced that, you know, like in moments in my life where on the outside looking in, people would be like, oh, his life sucks. His life is trash. It ain't great. He ain't doing nothing. Blah, blah, blah. It's crazy, because at those times, it's probably when life is the best. There's so much going on underneath the surface. People have no idea. People have no idea. But, you know, one day they may see what was going on during those times where they thought it didn't look like anything because you couldn't see what was going on outwardly. But in the spirit world, oh my gosh, I'm doing it big. And eventually what happens is as above, so below. What you're doing in the spirit world will transition, will come to fruition in this world. So that is something to keep in mind if you don't already know. But I enjoy the challenge of manifesting big things, crazy things, like wild things, things that probably no one's ever thought of. You know, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it big all the time. All the time. Like, there's no other way to do it. But I mean, I guess that's just a part of me. That's just a part of how I've been programmed. Like everything that I try to do, I really just go all out. I try to do it big. I don't even care what nobody else thinks. I don't care if people think I can't do it. I don't care how long it takes. I'm gonna focus and I'm gonna get it done because I believe in there are no random thoughts, especially if it's a positive thought and it's something where you could be of service to somebody other than yourself. You could be of service to humanity. I don't play with those types of thoughts. I don't take them as random thoughts. You know, I've always felt like a healer. I always like to help people heal. A teacher. I like to teach, share my knowledge, you know, and sometimes I could get, sometimes you having a conversation with me and it could seem like way out there. It could be like, whoa, what is he talking about? And it seems way out there because, like I said, I like to think about things like nobody really thinks about. You know, I like to talk about things that be like, yo, what if such and such, what if we all came from a whole nother planet and we came here to do some wild stuff? Like, what if we just came here to like change this piece? What if we just came here to like make a huge, crazy impact on this world? What if we came to bust up people's false beliefs? You know, what if we came to just let people know what the real was and break them out of this matrix, break them out of this fog that they've been living in? You know, I don't know. Some people will gravitate to that. Other people will be like, this boy crazy. I don't know what the hell he talking about. But nevertheless, you know, there's nothing wrong with thinking outside the box or even just smashing the box entirely and just thinking on a wider level, a wider scope, you know? But I'm built like that. That's how I know. I mean, I just be having the wildest thoughts sometimes. My imagination is so wild. I can make up whole stories. I should probably write some books. I should probably write a book at some point, maybe a few books, because I know there will be bestsellers. At some point, though, I'm going to start going into these topics a little bit deeper. Right now, it's surface level. But at some point, you know, I want to go into like my process for manifestation, how I manifest. But right now, I'm going to keep it surface level because that's a whole nother episode, to be honest. But that's really all I have for today, chosen ones. I will continue this mission again tomorrow. I hope you guys have a great evening, a good night, and keep doing what y'all doing. If it's on a positive tip, keep doing it. It's me, chosen one. I'm out. Y'all have a good one.